So speaking of inspiring, another story you told in your presentation was interesting about it's kind of the concept that Best Buy adopts locally, the power of one customer experience. And you talked about that gentleman who reached out to you on Twitter, and you connected with Alan. He helped influence his purchase decision. Talk a little bit about that experience and what it meant for Ford.
Yeah, we had a guy who was a 15-year-long VW Audi driver, and admittedly a skeptic. And he started following what was happening with Ford. And one day he tweeted me and he said, I've test driven a Ford Edge twice this week now. Scott, have Alan Mullally call me and tell me I'm not crazy. I said, all right, what's your number?
Half joking, half serious.
Right. So he went out that Saturday and he announced he was going to buy a car that day. So I emailed Alan. I said, Alan, here's the backstory. And he had heard about it already. I said, call him. And the guy gets a phone call from the Detroit area code, and he thought it was me, so he let it go to voicemail. And then he picks up voicemail, and he's like, oh my God, it's the CEO of Ford Motor Company calling me. And they had a 20-minute conversation where Alan just listened to the guy talk about his vehicle experiences, his dealer experiences, and Alan wasn't just sell, sell, sell. He was genuinely interested. And what he did was he enacted the whole team to pull into gear and to do what needed to be done to get this guy to walk out of the dealership in a Ford. And he now owns a Ford Edge.
And that's the end game for you guys. That's
and then he blogged about it and told everybody that he knows.
Right.
And actually, I mentioned this in the presentation, but the link was shared by so many people, whether it was through Twitter or through our internal clip sheet service or what have you, that it actually crashed his blog.